You're watching Friday Night Football Fever, presented by TCU.
Welcome back to Friday Night Fever. Pete Byrne with Carl Deffenbaugh. So many great games in our backyard tonight, but there's also some really good games being played about 60 miles from here.
Time for some road trips.
That's right. South Bend, St. Joe, and Mishawaka both loading up the bus and taking their shows on the road. We start with Mishawaka taking on Portage tonight.
Ready for another season?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, we are ready for another season, and it appears the Cavemen are too. Trailing 7-0 here. Darian Phillips hits Greg Burns over the middle. That tackle may have saved a touchdown, but the Cavemen are on the march a little bit later on. Blake Becker is going to go up and over and into the end zone for the touchdown. Game tied at 7. A little later, Mishawaka with the ball on their next drive. It's 4th and 1 on the 31. They're going to give it to Tanner Bradley here. Bradley gets one, and then he gets a whole lot more than one. All 31 for the touchdown. That made it 14-7 as Mishawaka cruises in their opener. On the road tonight, 41-21, the Cavemen victorious.
Elsewhere for NIC teams, St. Joe started at Chesterton. The Indians have a tough schedule, 3 6A schools and 3 5A schools on the schedule. Taj Smith here playing strong, run down the sideline. That would get them in business. Now, they lost QB Matt Monseray, another team that has to replace their lead signal caller. Oliver Page, though, looking pretty good. We didn't see Monseray do much of this last year, more of a passer. Page has a nice long run, and then St. Joe was up in this. The defense doing work as well as they stuffed the reverse. St. Joe would go on to win tonight 22-17, a nice opening statement to start things off.
All in all, a pretty strong night for the NIC. I think I counted just 2 losses and 7 wins.
Absolutely.
New era about to begin tonight down in Northwood, and this is pretty exciting. Legendary coach Jim Andrews coached at Northwoods for 20 years before he tragically lost his life in a car crash. Tonight, 22 years later, his son Nate takes over the program, and he says that this is his dream job.
He was sort of waiting for this position, and what a way to start here. Andrews Panthers with a trip to Jimtown. Now, they made him have to hold on a little bit. Some issues with the lights throughout this game, delayed it a couple times throughout the night. But after that, we are tied 6-6 in the third. Jimtown driving. They had issues like this all game long. A fumble, and Northwood there in control. Strong D from the Panthers. They went on a methodical march down the field after that as Travis Bear punches it in from the 1-yard line. That would be the decisive play in this one. They got a 2-point conversion as well. Northwood goes on to win 14-6. What a way to start for Coach Andrews.
Big win for Coach Nate. Let's head out to another early rivalry at the Rock Pile. The Plymouth Pilgrims hosting Bremen. They start the season every year like this, and it usually is a very entertaining game right from the start. Plymouth looking good. Jack Barron, the quarterback, the coach's son. 20 yards he goes into the end zone for a touchdown. It's 7-0 Plymouth. And the fans ecstatic. But we move to the second quarter where Bremen has the answer. Grant Klopkow, just a sophomore, taking it in for the touchdown. And the game for the moment is tied at 7, but from that point on, it was all Rockies. Taylor Fulton with a big run up here right over the defense and then some. Plymouth wins big tonight at home, 56-19, the final over Bremen. How about the Warsaw Tigers on the road tonight taking on Columbia City? CC quarterback Trevor Bolt with the keeper here. I'd say that was a pretty good decision. He takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line, would lead to the opening score, and it's 7-0. Warsaw trailing 13-0 now, and Jake Magitz finds Kyle Mangus for a huge gain as the Tigers are on the move. And then we pick things up in the second quarter, still the same drive. Ethan Bradley's going to run it in. That makes it a 13-7 game, but it didn't get better from there for Warsaw. Columbia City goes on to win this one 33-21.
We've been running through all these new coaches. Well, Kyle Park, the new man in charge at Goshen, trying to turn around his alma mater to the heights when his dad was the coach there. Goshen, though, dealing with Fort Wayne Carroll, sectional champ last year, and the misdirection works on everyone there. Tyler Kissinger strolls in, and it's 21-7 Chargers. Carroll setting up shop in the backfield. That was a Clowney-type hit from Dylan Connor as he just flattened the ball carrier. After that, apparently I was the only one that got soaked on tonight, but it was bad. Meanwhile, more from Connor. Great defense from Carroll as they would end up smashing Goshen in Park's opening game. 40-7 was the final.
All right, so a good start for opening night in Indiana, and of course, Michigan games begin in 1 week.